Hello YouTubers, Bobby Gaines here to talk about, well, one of my favorite times of the year behind Christmas, and that is of course autumn. And autumn in New England, autumn in Connecticut, which is a beautiful thing as the leaves begin changing colors, and for one of the few times in the year the weather is very tolerable, usually in the 60s or 70s. Today it's in the low 70s. A little gloomy, a little rainy, but so it's not exactly picture perfect, but that's going to change in a matter of hopefully days or at the most weeks, because it is the end of September right now. September 21st, and things are kind of getting into gear. 2017 has been a decent year at times. I'll talk about that in a future rant. There'll be plenty of time for that. But as we come up on the last quarter of the year here, I'm reminded that the last quarter of the year is really where all the fun stuff happens. I mean, October, November, and December are three of the most exciting months of the year, arguably the three most exciting months of the year. And I'll talk more about Halloween in my October rant, which is coming soon. But, yeah, this is a very exciting time, and there's going to be a lot to talk about and a lot to say. I mean, nothing that hasn't been said before. I mean, we all know that the leaves change color in the fall, and the weather gets a little cooler. Pumpkin spice becomes more prevalent. There's all these different scents and feelings about fall that you don't get from the other seasons. And, like I said, it's the one time in Connecticut where the weather is actually really nice for a decent amount of time. It doesn't really last long. We don't really get any season in Connecticut. We just kind of get extreme hot or extreme cold. And for like a month in September and October, and then maybe again in April, we get like decent weather. But, this is the time of year, not just for weather, but just for the planning of so many wonderful things. And it's actually kind of hard to believe that they're almost here. Spirit Halloween has opened recently near my house. There's another one in my mall about 10 minutes down the road. And, when I saw Spirit Halloween getting ready to open, it was like this really exciting moment. And I don't know why, because I'm actually kind of just lukewarm on Halloween this year, although we'll see. We'll see what fall and specifically Halloween has to bring. But this is just kind of an awesome time of the year. I've mentioned that a few times already. And another reason for that is going to be the incoming videos. There's going to be a lot more videos from Bobby Productions. Part of them are related to this time of the year. Some of them are just kind of coming out now just because I haven't gotten to them yet. But there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out from Bobby Productions. It's been kind of a slow year for YouTube for me. I mean, I'm always on YouTube. Some years are more productive than others. This year has seen a ton of mall tours and a few other things, but, I haven't quite put out as many videos as I'd like. And this is also the time of the year that I rant, and I rant a lot. I rant about the baseball postseason, which is coming up. I'm going to be talking some Boston Celtics later in October and November. Of course, you got Halloween coming up, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that fun stuff. Still really early to be thinking about Christmas. But again, that's kind of how I feel right now about this year. This time of year is like I want to put the pedal to the metal and start, thinking about the big holidays. But then it's like at the same time, I kind of want to just enjoy what is kind of this awesome time of year. I know that's like the fifth time I've said that, but it really is, and there's going to be a lot more videos besides just rants. I've actually got a Sonic Mania Let's Play that I'm working on with a friend of mine who, is going to be featured prevalently in it, and we have kind of a preview for that coming up soon. I'm excited to present that. I'm excited about baseball, as I mentioned. The Red Sox look like they're going to be in the postseason this year, so there's going to be some more Red Sox postseason coverage. Could be historic, could be like last year, a massive disappointment. But again, that's why we watch the games, and that's why you live life. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff to see and do, and that's what I try to put on my channel, I don't want to just focus on one type of content or another type of content. I want to just put everything out there, whether it's me talking about autumn or me talking about whatever it is. There's all these different things. Of course, I like to get reflective this time of year. Every, October, I like to think about the past Octobers and some of the great times I've had, and also look forward to the future. And that's what makes this time of the year so good. I'll try to refrain from using the same words over and over again. But seriously, there's a lot of stuff coming out from Bobby Productions. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you like the most from my channel, what you'd like to see more of. Like I said, I try to keep it diverse so that you're not always watching the same thing. You really don't know what I'm going to release next. I like to talk a lot of music and gaming and movies, current events, on and on and on. It's all over my channel. If you haven't checked it out yet, and I don't see why you wouldn't because it's been around a while, check out some of my original productions like Blockbusted or Crash Daniels. Those are movies that have been on my channel for years now. Blockbusted 3 being my most recent from 3 years ago. And they're these awesome little movies. I shouldn't say little, they're like 2 hours long. These awesome movies that I produced with Frankie and some of my friends. So those are awesome. There's a lot to see and do on Bobby Productions channel. I almost said Bobby's channel, but I am Bobby, so whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff coming out. That's what makes this time so exciting. But again, if you like the sound of my voice, this is a great time of year for you. If you don't, then maybe you want to take a break, because there's going to be a lot more rants to come about anything and everything. Bobby Productions is going to keep on going. 2017 picking up. Before I conclude this rant, though, I do want to talk about something really exciting that happened very recently. I went to my best friend Krista's wedding up in Maine. It was a beautiful ceremony in a beautiful location. And as a wedding DJ, obviously I've seen a number of weddings. I've seen a lot of ceremonies. And, I understand that it's beautiful and it's great. But, seeing it up close, because I was actually in the wedding party, and getting to see, Krista's my best friend. She hasn't been in the video for a while, but she is my best friend. She lives in Maine, so we don't see each other a lot. But back in 2006, 2007, when we were in high school together, and when we graduated and stayed in touch for a while, she's my best friend. So to see her get married to the guy that she's been with for the past 8 years now, it was wonderful to see. It was a great time and just incredible. A memory that obviously I'll remember for the rest of my life. Getting to go to Maine was a great experience as well. It was a long drive, but it was completely worth it. Absolutely. And, that was just kind of a nice way to kick off the autumn, even though it was technically before autumn, but it was just a great day and one that I'll never forget. So congratulations to Krista and her husband, John. Wishing them many years of happiness, of course. And just, an incredible moment for this year, an incredible moment in our lives, more importantly. So that said, fall is going to kick off now, and we're going to have even more wonderful memories to talk about, and then, we'll go from there. So, Bobby Gaines here, reporting live as always. We will see you in the next video. Take care.